Hello to all, and welcome to Josie K Tarot's live video podcast. This is a chat session on YouTube, whereby only during this live video podcast, I will offer one question readings for a minimum of a $10 donation. As you attend these readings, all you do is click on the $ box below, drag the button over to a minimum of a $10 donation, and then provide me in the chat session with your sun sign, which is your horoscope sign, and your question. And I will lay out a monthly spread here for you. In the meantime, I'm going to go over a circle spread I lay prior to these video podcasts that kind of describe the overall energy for the collective. And then I translate the spiritual advice that Spirit is trying to bring to those who are looking for some form of guidance here. Hi, Robin. Thank you so much for attending. It's so nice to have you here. Okay, so, this is a time collectively where people are going to have to start to get really, really honest with themselves. Am I bored and discontent? Am I feeling stuck and stagnant? Because those uncomfortable energies are the universe's way of pushing us to find that path of peace, joy, and happiness. A lot of the collective have been trying to find that peace, joy, and passion and happiness through another human being. But it is the true joy and happiness and passion is already deep within us. So as we discover a purpose, right? A hobby, gift, talent, skill, creative idea, a small business on the side, doing something we truly enjoy. It is that passion that starts to come up from within us, right? That inner child energy. And it starts to give off a bright, beautiful aura. And those who have been single, waiting on a situation that just never seems to come in connection to another, there has been a collective test. Can you disconnect from what's out there and turn inward in a very patient way, where you can be honest with yourself about your discontent and instead heal yourself by forgiving and letting go of others, and instead having faith in what you are creating for the journey ahead in the year of 2021. Hi, Terry. Thanks for coming. Hi, Alessandra. I'm so glad you're here as well. All right. So again, if you have a question, just click on the $ box below, drag the button over to a minimum of a $10 donation. Provide me with your sign and your question. I'm going to go ahead and start with the energy surrounding us here into and through the next week or two. I have 4 cards. I brought them from the Animal Oracle deck, Spirit Animal Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed, the Osha Zen Tarot, the Gypsy Oracle deck, and the Mary Queen of Angels deck for spiritual guidance. All right, Dorian, thank you so much for attending, and thank you so much for the donation. Whoop, whoop. All right, Leo, August, hello, hello, hello. I have a question regarding my career. Should I leave my current position and pursue this small business I'm interested in and leave once successful? All right. Well, I'm going to use my journey as an example, and then we're going to look at the cards for you. I was working for the government for 26 years, and I decided that I wasn't fulfilled any longer, okay? Therefore, I prayed to Spirit regarding my soul's purpose. You know, what was I sent here to do? Who was I meant to be here on earth? And it is a journey, right? Discovering one's soul purpose. So I started out with writing, drawing, painting, doing photography, pottery, signed up for pottery class, and poetry. I went and ended up doing something with essential oils, and eventually came back to tarot, which is interesting because my whole life as a child, when I had lots of difficult things happening around me, I was able to look at and figure out the birthdays of people and figure out how to heal them because of the type of energy that they are either born with or that they were dealing with at some time. So people were hurting me, but as a child, I was figuring out why they were doing so personally so that I could forgive them. So, eventually I found tarot, and then things started taking off, and eventually it took a lot of time and it took a lot of money. And I made a lot of money, I should say, to the point where I really had to make a decision because I didn't have time to go to work and come home and do the readings. So I took a chance, and I'm very, very glad that I did. So absolutely, keep doing both until something changes and you feel, greater fulfillment and stability elsewhere. Okay. But I'm going to check your energies by bringing in the Archangel Gabriel Oracle deck by Dorian Virtue. So, dear Lord, Spirit, Guides, and Angels, please bless Dorian with clearly defined messages regarding starting her own business, maybe in the next month here. Okay. Wow. So right off the bat, in the next couple of weeks, Spirit is giving you the prosperity card. Wow. So your actions have resulted in an incoming abundance. Have you actually seen some abundance come from a business that you have been putting your action into, time and effort into? Look at this, just like I was talking about. In your thoughts position for the next month, I'm feeling you have the time management card. So place your priorities at the top of your to-do list and don't allow distractions to deter your focus. Be open to the infinite possibilities as you continue to set and meet goals on the side, right? So like I said, it's about, I got to go to work first, and then I have to work out when and how many personal readings I could fit in. So that's, they're saying, put your priorities in order, but focus on your prosperity, because your actions, if they haven't resulted in income and abundance, they certainly will with the prosperity card showing up. So in relationship to another or others in the relationship sector of the circle spread, you have the gratitude card. So you are going to attract more blessings as you appreciate your current blessings. So as you continue to put time and effort in, you're going to notice that more ideas are going to arrive. That you are going to receive gratitude and positive feedback here with the gratitude card in the relationship sector from another or others in the next 2.5 weeks. Hi, Firefly. Good afternoon to you. And she says hello to everyone else. In the actions position for Doreen here, we've got the vision board energy. This is about just finding contentment as you are making your wishes come true, as you are conversing and sharing what you are creating with others. You're going to run into highs and lows. It's just how it goes. That's life, right? So it's important to always maintain images. I'm hearing the successful images. So say you hear a successful feedback. It'd be a good idea to just start a little board or put something up where you can write down what that person had to say. I have a thankful messages folder where I put my positive, uplifting emails that people send to me in. So at any time I can go back and read them. And as they lift your spirit, so too do they bring positive energy back to you. So create a board with images that represent your goals, your plans, and your positive feedback. Here is the advice in the creative aspects position. Look at your prosperity and gratitude and write those things down, and remember, so you can remember them clearly in the future. Okay, so in the actions position, look at that. As you are taking action in the next 4 to 6 weeks, maybe even through the next couple months is what I'm hearing, have faith in your creations. Trust in the power of God's creativity, which is being manifested through you. And that is a fascinating message to me, and you guys will see why, because the circle spread speaks a lot about this. It's about creating one's own empire, being thankful that we have discovered what it is that we can create day to day that provides enough for us to pay our bills and do what we need to do. So as we have confidence, look at this collectively in the actions position. We have the Rhino spirit showing up that says you will overcome any obstacles that get in your way. As long as you have confidence, right? And that vision board energy is going to assist with that. So emotionally, I'm feeling by the fourth, fifth, maybe the fourth to the sixth week from now, you're going to be feeling a little bit exhausted, right? Because of your efforts. So Spirit is saying, remember to release toxins from your body, your mind, diet well, exercise. Don't forget to give to yourself as much as you are giving to others. Emotionally, you're going to realize that this is a really lucky time in your life. And just have faith in God that as you shine in the eyes of others, so too that you find the time to take a salt bath, exercise, eat right, and so on. Because it's hard. Once you start focusing on a business and things are rolling, you forget to take care of yourself. So in the subconscious position, look at that. We've got a new project. So it could be the project you're thinking of now, and or eventually you're going to, because it's diagonal with attracting more blessings. So, you know, when we get an idea, what we start to do is we get further ideas, and we're in a society of change. So people like to see things change and evolve. Like a newborn baby, your actions are growing your idea into reality. So sit in this present moment, claim your independence, give thanks to Spirit for helping to guide you to this idea. And know that collectively, now's a time for everyone to claim that independence. Right? We don't need someone else to pay us a check that could eventually say, I'm going to furlough you for a while, which has become a more common factor with organizations, which is too bad. I am seeing this as well collectively, but for you in the day-to-day aspects position, we have the energy involving the helping children card. So this may be that you are parts of your life purpose may involve teaching, guiding, or helping young people. This could just be your children, helping to be able to pay for something for them. It could be, of course, that as we profit with this prosperity energy directly below that card, we should remember to give, help, provide, donate to situations involving children, pardon me. So in the inner strengths position, we've got the writers group. So this card says, create or join a writer's group to gain inspiration, friendship, and support. So trust in the great mystery of that which is transpiring. You're going to have some form of breakthrough, and Spirit's giving you the strength to follow up. Or maybe this has to do with a writer's group, writing, connecting with people. This could also be following up with people who have given gratitude and support to you. It's like as you start to recognize additional projects, ideas, goals, and intentions. Communicating with your followers, with those who are supporting you is important here. All right, so I'm going to, let's see, and look at on the bottom of this deck, we have the Keep Going card, and that says, use any energy of disappointment to fuel your creative project with authentic emotion. Don't worry about things being perfect, right? It takes up to 5 years for most companies to receive a profit or to create a profit. Some are 5 months, it just all depends on the journey of each person. I just saw a successful completion card because I'm shuffling to close for Doreen with the Guardian Angel deck by Doreen Virtue. And this says this is a time of incredible accomplishment, but I'm going to continue to just shuffle one more time to close for Doreen's reading. Overall energy, please, for Doreen, especially in the next month, and or spiritual advice. Okay, Eight of Thought. All right. So this is a little bit, the Eight of Swords energies is kind of feeling stuck or trapped in some way. You may feel as though you're being restricted by the circumstances that you are currently finding yourself in. But remember, the Eight of Swords is just a figment of our imagination. It is not our reality. So we just need to, again, manage our time, and keep going. Free yourself from thinking that you are stuck or trapped in any way. Make a promise to yourself to refuse to be stuck in a situation that makes you unhappy. Don't wait for someone to come to your rescue when you can free yourself. And this is a big message collectively. So yeah, right behind that, they're offering you the Guardian of Emotion card. The situation requires emotional maturity and total trust. You will find that you are surrounded by those who only have the best of intentions. So you can rely on the advice and the feedback you will be given. Challenges will be resolved. Yeah. And it says this energy indicates a generous, humanitarian, and or refined person who you can completely depend on, or these are the characteristics within yourself. Beautiful. So you're being called to claim your personal power at this time. Yeah. So I don't know if you're feeling stuck or trapped at work and you feel like you've made enough to step out, or if you're in that process. But Spirit's saying continue with that time management and know that gratitude and positive feedback is coming, and to just continue to have confidence in what you are creating, and remember to connect back to those who are supporting you. Also remember in the emotional aspects position to release toxins by exercising, eating right, and just taking care of yourself. Hi, Quinette. Let's see, did I miss someone back here? We got Elisandra, Quinette. Wow, that was the same question I had. I must be needed to watch today. Yes, yes, I have. Good, Dorian, thank you. Tamika, hello, and blessings to all. Tamika says, Firefly, hi, Tamika. Blessings to you too. Terry Cox, hi. Quinette, yay. Doreen, that was very helpful. Good, I'm so glad. I really needed to hear this, and I am on point. Yes, you're very, very welcome. Siobhan, hi, thank you for coming. All right, so we just did a reading for Doreen, and now I'm going to start to go through the circle spread. I'm just going to clean up this deck. This was the Guardian Angel deck by, Archangel Gabriel deck by Doreen Virtue. And now I'm going to go into the circle spread. Unless someone has a question you would like me to lay a reading for, I'll go ahead and start with the circle spread. In the center of the circle spread, again, I am using 4 cards. One from the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I followed that up with the Osha Zen Tarot. I then clarified with the Gypsy Oracle deck, and then brought in Spiritual Advice or Guidance with the Mary Queen of Angels deck by Doreen Virtue. So in the next week or two, Spirit is saying, and I saw this a lot in previous personal readings and in the Zoom reading yesterday. And we had the Porcupine Spirit. So this is a time for new beginnings, right? This is a time to realize if I was discontent, bored, stagnant, I need to figure out why, what wasn't I doing? How did I end up stagnant and bored? And how can I now come up with some form of idea that will bring me out of that? And because the second we start researching something that interests us, you're going to notice that your energy right away starts to go towards the positive. So it's interesting, they offered from this deck, the Queen of Cups energies. So this particular author does not put a head on this feminine because her thoughts get in her way. This is about really being in tune with spirit and listening to your intuition, like we were talking about. Spirit, please guide me into the direction of that which fulfills me. What is it I've always wanted to learn about or do? For we have so much information at our fingertips. We can take free lessons online, YouTube, and so on. So it's time for a beginner mind and to use our intuition to just try something, because once we start researching something, that's when the excitement returns. That's when we instantly shift from unfulfillment, stagnancy, and boredom to, oh my gosh, I want to talk about this. I want to learn about this. It's also a time of patience. Okay, this card says, I trust in divine timing. Now, this to me has a lot to do with the area of love for singles. We've got a reunion here. So there are some collectively who are still hoping to come together with another. But it's like it's just not happening, or it's not happening in the way that singles are wanting it to. So Spirit really is saying, free your mind by putting your attention into something that fulfills you, and free your mind from a desire to reunite, and instead hand those worries to Spirit and find that energy of patience by doing something that brings your attention back to you and your journey, right? So in the thoughts position for the next couple weeks, especially, the first card we got was the Starfish Spirit. And this says, open your heart to the infinite possibilities. Even though you may not know exactly what action steps you're going to eventually be taking, now's the time to say, I know what I'm ending. I'm ending discontent. I'm ending boredom. I'm ending stagnancy, because I'm going to open my intuition to Spirit and trust that there are many, many things in this world that I can focus on that will bring that stagnancy to an end. So they very beautifully and kindly provided the Queen of Wands energies in the thoughts position. This is someone who gets excited about future goals and intentions. And once they accomplish one thing, they come up with another idea, and they keep building on those ideas to the point where they're so enthusiastic that eventually they can share those ideas with another or others without questioning themselves. Okay. Yeah. Because for some, again, in the thoughts position, we have the soldier energy. This is a masculine who's harsh, cold, closed off, who basically is a love them and leave them energy. They come, they reunite, they leave, right? So Spirit is really guiding for the collective when it comes to that type of energy to forgive, okay? For they know not what they do. The card says, I am willing to release old resentments so that I can enjoy my life, right? So that I can do what I'm supposed to be doing and not get hung up on what someone's going to do for me, okay? So in the relationship sector of the circle spread, now this gets really interesting. We've got the Scarab Beetle Spirit, and this is actually, to me, I feel as though a very, very important card in this deck. Magic works through us. Right. So once we figure out, even though we're unsure of where the path ahead is going, as we forgive others and again, focus on our own personal goals and intentions, right? Creating a business or an idea right from our own home, writing, drawing, painting, doing something very spiritual, coloring in a coloring book, reading a book, watching a movie. The Scarab Beetle Spirit is about miracles, opportunities, abundance, and love. These things will appear in the next 2.5 weeks if we can draw our inspiration into creativity, into creating something new. Ironically, in the relationship sector with another or others, as we are focusing on something new, as we are coming from the unknown into the known, right? I know what I want to create. I am drawing inspiration, and also I am receiving with this energy miracles, opportunities, love, and abundance regarding another or others. Now, as we draw others towards us, Spirit is saying, have trust. I know that God in his infinite wisdom and love is answering my prayers. So I can trust that what I am creating will eventually lead me towards new miracles and opportunities, because I am now opening my mind to the beginner energy of infinite possibilities. And for clarification, they brought in the 10 of Pentacles energy. And when I looked this up, it says, hands are joined together in joy and gratitude for the gift of life. This card represents a time of communication, of sharing the riches of each of us that create the whole. There is no clinging here, no grasping. This is a circle without fear of inferiority, pardon me, or superiority. When you cry and weep, when you are miserable, you are alone. When you celebrate something, the whole existence participates with you. Okay, so definitely a time to create something on your own, in your own space, knowing that Spirit is going to help draw opportunity and people towards you. And all you have to do in relation to another or others is trust in Spirit, God, the universe. Okay, so in the creative aspects position, we've got the health card. Now, I've been drawn to research a lot of things about health lately. I had a dream about someone, it was like a president, it was someone in a leadership position, and they had a sign on their hand. And I remember I was telling it to my son and my spouse. It was a strange dream, but I remembered the sign. Then I got drawn into, for some reason, I felt like I wanted to learn Reiki. And I've thought about it a lot in the past, but you get that feeling and you want to just do it finally. And I did. And the first couple pages I looked at, I saw the sign that I saw in my dream. So I've been studying that, and it's kind of what I'm being guided to do. And what Spirit's saying, as we create something new with the Wombat Spirit, and I saw this a lot yesterday in the Zoom reading as well, be at home in your own skin. Be at home and trust in the ideas that come to you. Be at home in what you are learning. Find comfort and joy and happiness in that. For as we do, our health improves, right? Your health is a result of what's going on in your world. If you're stressed, if you're drinking, smoking, eating, if whatever you're doing too much that is not healthy, it's going to affect your health. Our health gets affected to tell us that something needs to change. Okay, so the card says, my prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. As I am at home in my own personal gifts, talents, skills, and what I'm researching. It is going to be for many by the third week from now, with the silence card, which is the star card, that some form of wishes start to come true. Some form of adventure begins. Some form of communication regarding another or others comes towards whoever is following Spirit's advice to offer something having to do with money, income, or just a realization that a new adventure is beginning that will grow and prosper. So what do we need to do? We need to converse with others, right? We need to be at home in our own flesh, in the strength of knowing that as we share what we are creating with others in the world, that is what helps to make our wishes come true. There are people, every human wants to purchase something. It's like we don't even care what we're purchasing, really. But if something new comes out or something comes to our awareness, that's when people decide, is this what I want to purchase? Is this what I want to be a part of? If you don't share it with the world, nobody knows it exists, right? And we have this wonderful internet platform where we can take a painting and we can put a picture out there with a dollar sign and put it on Amazon or whatever platform one chooses. And boom, 8 billion people in the world see it. Okay, get to that point, but only the people who are meant to be drawn to you. It's an interesting process. The people who are, in this case, going to help for you to realize that your efforts have not been wasted, right? In the creative aspects position, it's very important that we communicate what we are learning and find great comfort and trust in ourselves that this is what we were meant to do. So in the actions position of the circle spread, we've got the Rhino Spirit. Oh, and thank you for the thumbs up, guys. All right, the Rhino Spirit in the actions position is overcoming obstacles, right? So as we take action steps with this beginner mind, as we are open to the infinite possibilities and trust that magic is working through us, that will bring us opportunities and love, but that we don't have to worry about how that's going to transpire. As we are at home in our skin learning something, we will recognize those who have been health issues, if you follow Spirit's advice, that as these wishes are coming true, as we are manifesting, so too are we overcoming obstacles, for some having to do with the desire to reunite with someone who truly is not 100% devoted to us. Okay. Kenneth, hello. Good to see you too. Thank you so much for coming. So in the actions position, a few different things here. I'm trying to think of how to present this energy. There are some collectively who still want to take action to reunite with a masculine, or this is a person who is going to be coming into connection with a masculine, male or female, someone who is like the Emperor energy we got here. Someone who's very focused, very determined. This could also be the collective who are saying, you know what? I am going to start something new. I'm going to learn about this. I enjoy this. I'm going to find out more about this. Therefore, I am very goal orientated. I am going to create an empire. But this can also be someone who just, their focus cannot be broken. They cannot be deterred at this time because they're very focused on what they're working on or towards. So it's a balance of, I'm going to work on what fulfills me, but I'm not going to fall into my ego. Okay. And then Spirit's offering up as well the family card in the actions position. So I pray for my family and give the situation over to God for answers, support, and for healing. So regardless who this may be, now for some, this could be a very personal family situation where we got a father figure, grandfather figure, uncle, brother, whoever this may be that is masculine energy. And there are obstacles there. So Spirit is really helping those who are in situations where there is difficulty in the family to have a conversation, right? To make new wishes come true, to be at home, trusting Spirit that your prayers, your communications will not only be received, but received in a way that is good, right? Anytime we put good energy towards another or others or into the situation, it is good. It enlightens the energy one way or another, whether that person chooses to accept it. It's like once we put our good energy out there, we feel good and heal. But then the ball is in their court and they have to take and do with that what they will. Terry, thanks so very much for your donation. Whoop, whoop. If you have a question, just provide me with your sun sign and your question. Your sun sign, of course, is your horoscope sign, and I'll lay a spread for you. Now, emotionally, by the 4th week, maybe the 5th week from now, we have, let's see, we started out with this. This is beautiful. So this is the creation with the number 49. I know you probably can't see it very good there. The creation of a solid foundation. And that energy helps us to bring an end to what didn't serve us, right? It helps us to forgive who and or what was cold or closed off to us, to let go and bring an end to maybe a reunion with someone who didn't put us first in their lives. So we have the doctor energy. We have, instead of waiting on someone to heal us, the realization that we are healing ourselves, that we are like the sun. We're feeling like a kid again, right? So this person is now going, whoever's choosing to follow Spirit's advice here, from unfulfillment and stagnancy and boredom to shining like the sun and feeling like a kid again, realizing emotionally that this is a really lucky time in my life. So what's going to happen? Well, the energies of faith are going to come. It's like there's patience, there's forgiveness, all of a sudden there's communication. And because someone's trusting here that as I do something that fulfills me, as I give positive energy to others, as I put the ball in others' court in a beautiful way, I can overcome all obstacles and start to shine like the sun and feel like a kid again. I now have faith. I have faith in God that God will heal whatever situations burden me. Okay. We have to remember that when we come into a difficult situation, or we find ourselves, I should say, in a difficult situation, we are here because we put ourselves here, right? We could have chosen not to come into connection with a person, place, circumstance, situation, but many of us, our human nature chooses to. Therefore, we have now led ourselves into a journey where we need to rise above. We need to take a lesson and say, I am now aware of who I used to be and who I am now, right? So we go through, I feel like 2-3 different levels, sometimes more, where we learn that lesson down here over and over and over again, and then finally climb up to here, and then learn this lesson a few times, or maybe just once, and we climb up to here. And once we get up to the path of peace, joy, happiness, contentment, and so on, then we connect with other people who are also up here. And that's when we get exposed to things that are much better for us. Thank you, Terry, for the donation. Whoop, whoop. All right. So we've got the guy I am talking to now. Do you think he's right for me? I'm a Scorpio and he's a Pisces, and I am seeing water signs coming together. Thank you for the donation. I mean, thumbs up, guys, and the donations. I'm looking at 1111 right now. It kind of freaked me out. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the Romance Angel deck by Dorian, Virtue for Terry. All right. So, dear Lord, Spirit Guides, and Angels, I think I'm going to do a Celtic spread. That's what I'm being guided to do. Please bless Terry with clearly defined messages regarding this Pisces for the next month. All right. Well, this is interesting. So right off the bat, you've got the Healing Family Issues card. This is forgiving someone, parents, friends, family, maybe even a connection tied to the past. They're saying that your love life will benefit if you free yourself from any negative energy that used to be, right? So if you're still thinking about anything you're angry about, that could very much affect where this could head. But in the thoughts position, you do have the engagement card. So I don't know, has engagement come to your thoughts about this partnership? Your love life, maybe you've been thinking you'd like it to ascend to a higher level of sorts. But yeah, like the collective, remember, magic works through you if you can just focus on your goals and intentions and trust in prayers that Spirit, God, the universe, with his infinite love is going to answer your prayers. So right now, Spirit's saying in your foundation, let go of trying to control whichever way this will go. I'm feeling the energy of, I want a long-term commitment, eventually marriage, but I'm thinking about what happened before. Therefore, I'm trying to control, maybe not like, maybe you're not so much consciously aware, but subconsciously you're kind of like, I'm afraid of letting it unfold naturally. In the past, I don't know how long it's been, but getting to know each other, okay? Getting to know each other, and then kind of there's definitely some fear here. Okay, and we have in the next couple weeks, the heart-to-heart conversations card. So Spirit is saying it is important in the next couple weeks to honestly discuss how you feel with this person, right? Because as you communicate with this person, so too will you be able to watch their physical, spiritual reactions. Oh my. Okay. Yes, I'm thinking of what happened in my last relationship. All right, be careful with that. Really, all you need to do is say, please, Spirit, take the old energy away. I know that is a different person than the person I am with now. Help me to let the situation unfold naturally, and bless me with this situation. If they're the right one, yes. If not, let me know. I have this, okay? And gosh, I had someone in the Zoom reading yesterday who had this type of energy as well. Sometimes this is Spirit saying, pay attention to the red flags. But in your case, in your actions position for the next 3 weeks, it's like you are maybe a little too focused on paying attention to some red flags here. That's where this control thing comes in. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be. If not, it won't be, right? So it's a matter of explaining how you feel and then letting that play out in front of them, letting them unfold before you and accepting it one way or another, right? It is what it is, and it will be what it's supposed to be. So keep telling yourself that. In your inner strengths position, Spirit is saying, we're going to give you the strength to not become codependent, okay? This means that we start to become addicted to a person, place, circumstance, situation where we overthink it, where we overthink the caution signs. And Spirit saying, again, let it unfold as it will. Speak your truth about how you feel with your whole heart. Give without the expectation of receiving in return. For in your hopes and fears position, do not fear moments alone. Okay, the retreat card is actually Spirit saying, have hope that after you communicate your truth, you can pull away and put your attention elsewhere, right? Because this is an energy thing. When we think too much about another person, when we kind of push too much energy into their direction, the natural reaction of the energy is for them to push back. All right. So, but when we say, here's how I feel about you, I care about you, I love you, and so on, I'm going to then go back to my hour or two a day, and I'm going to work on writing, painting, doing a journal, writing poetry, starting my own private little romance novel, whether I publish it or not. Because when you take your attention off of that person, that's what will eventually draw them back towards you, if this is what it's meant to be. So really, in your outcome position for the next 4 to 6 weeks, thank you for the thumbs up, we have the flirt card. So the advice here is to extend your lighthearted energy, right? Keep things light. Don't give away your mind, body, and soul to someone until there's a ring on your finger and you're picking out houses, right? Because that way, it's just a part of, I keep looking, this control card is jumping out at me. So I laid a 3-card spread to my left. We've got past life relationship in the very first position. Thinking that someone is the one, thinking as well about a separation. And Spirit's saying for sure there's something that you need as far as forgiving the other person, and also realizing what you and the other person, the past person, learned about yourselves personally, and how you can rise above that now. It's like I got this message the other day that says, use your mistakes as stepping stones to rise above those mistakes. Loneliness is openness. So it's a moment of pause and reflection. Yeah, I'm going to keep going. In the next couple weeks, look at that. Spirit saying it's safe for you to love. Remember, love is about patience and kindness. It's not about giving in to the passion, because the passion dissipates, and then what are we standing on? You know, our foundation can crumble if we don't have long-term goals for the future together. If we don't have long-term memories of the past together, then all we have is chemistry, right? And chemistry will dissipate. And then we get back to the day-to-day and we build upon exciting goals for the future together. So keep it in mind, Spirit saying you're very attractive at this time. This person finds you very attractive. And you may be thinking about marriage, commitment, partnership, or again, raising this to a higher level. Just continue. Look at this with the soulmate card. Continue to pray to Spirit to bless you with the right one, right? Don't pray for a specific human being, but pray to Spirit to bless you with the proverbial right one. And Spirit saying, then free your mind completely, right? Take back control over your thoughts, express your love. Do have a new love and strong chemistry. And Spirit saying in the next couple months is what I'm hearing. Love yourself first and stay optimistic about your love life. All right. Give a relationship a chance. Focus on career, finance, creativity, and know that a soulmate is worth waiting for. On the very bottom of the deck, I do have unrequited love, and right behind that, I have deception. So that's why I think Spirit is saying, speak your truth about how you feel. That, what you want down the line is a deeper commitment, marriage, partnership, whatever. And then shift your attention and focus elsewhere in between time. Make sure you take that time to retreat. And not overthink the red flags and how something's going to unfold. Flirt and keep things light, right? So you don't give away all of your soul to someone until, again, you guys have made plans for the long-term future together. Now, I want to clarify, to close with the Guardian Angel deck by Dorian Virtue. Right. Overthinking. Yeah. So keep meditating, because I've been doing that a lot lately. Absolutely. But also, put the ball in his court. Put the ball in their court, in Pisces court, and say, this is what I want. Do you want the same thing? Let's make some plans together. And then, you don't have to answer me right now. I'm going to go do what I'm going to do for a while. And, just think about that and get back to me after you have thought. Yeah. Good. Healing yourself is a big thing, because they're going to be drawn to that healed energy, but they're going to be pushed away from the unhealed energy, if that makes sense, right? If we're frustrated and worried and kind of angry about what happened in the past, first things first, Spirit said your love life will benefit as you forgive others. And then, of course, you can start to give off that bright aura. Now, this is interesting. So your overall energy for the next month, and I'm hearing focus on this. The Four of Action, the Four of Wands, it's actually the celebration and the excitement of coming together and planning, the future, a home, moving in eventually, right? The card says your hard work and sincere efforts lead you to a sense of safety, contentment, and financial security. You deserve to take a break and enjoy the magnificent life you have created, most importantly for yourself. It may be time to celebrate a wonderful event, such as a new home, a deeper commitment, and so on. So right behind that, we've got the Ace of Thought. So the Ace of Swords. This cherub has arrived to congratulate you for a brilliant new idea, which is truly inspiring. It's important to communicate clearly and thoroughly with others who are involved in the implementation of your idea. Do not be dissuaded by little challenges along the way, for these are merely course corrections to perfect your plan. So it's important to make a decision to communicate what you desire. And have you been thinking about this already? I have a feeling you have. Yeah, and just really keep things very light. Don't give away, again, your mind, body, and soul to someone who's, not in it for the long term. It's important to really ask where things are headed, and, look at that. I was going to put the deck away after shuffling, and you got love is worth what waiting for. So when this card shows up, Spirit's saying we are watching the action steps you're taking, and we are listening to the prayers you are making. Therefore, divine timing is now at work in your love life. Boom, right behind that, we have soulmate. So it really does come down to your energy. We are drawn more so, right, to someone who is very independent and strong and stable. They know what they want, and they're very clear about those boundaries, as opposed to someone who is over worried. I'm feeling worry a lot. Yeah. So it could change. Okay. This person will be drawn to your ability to communicate your truth and then go on and do your thing. And then, wait for them to come back to you. Want to know what else I need to do to tap into my heart chakra and third eye? I think just kind of what I told you about before. It's interesting you're bringing those two things up. Again, it's about communicating your truth, what you desire from the partnership with this person, asking Spirit to please lift those worries off of you and to bless you with the right one. When it comes to your heart chakra, just, put your hands over your heart and just breathe in healing cells, healing desires for the future. And as you exhale the negative of the past, right? I'm exhaling negative people, negative experiences, and I'm inhaling blessed experiences. And then, with the third eye chakra, this is really about kind of observing the other in a way where you kind of let them, I'm hearing, unfold before you. Observe them in a way, but not too intensely. Ask Spirit to show you signs through that person. So it's about communicating with them and then taking your attention elsewhere, praying to Spirit to lift off the negativity, to cleanse your heart and bring you the answers you seek as this person returns. So it's a matter of really just letting them know, letting them think on it, letting them come back, and watching the signs. Sometimes you can cup both hands over your eyes and breathe in and out and watch for like words, pictures, signs. So maybe do that. You could do your heart and your third eye chakra and ask Spirit for signs. But again, don't overthink. Okay. Video is very fuzzy and hard to see. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was trying to pick the best computer for this because I, for those of you who don't know, I live way out in the country. So we have very little internet. I am doing the best that I can. Thank you, Alessandra. All right. So I think we were in the subconscious position of the circle spread. So by the 5th or 6th week from now, collectively, I can sit in the present moment, right? I don't need for change to take place. I can focus on what fulfills me, and I can trust that as I begin new things for myself, that as I open up to infinite possibilities, I can become, if I'm not now, very secure and stable in myself. I know that the more independent and strong, look at this, with the cat spirit energy, claiming your independence, the more independent and strong I become, the more I can find comfort in the relationship sector of trusting in God, that God in his infinite wisdom, it will answer my prayers. So I'm going to remain present in the here and now. I'm going to claim my independence. I'm going to acknowledge the truth of a situation and what victory means to me, to the point where I can cut away from who and or what does not want to move forward in this journey with me. For I know that there are others that I will come into connection with that will support me. As I draw inspiration by creating something new, I know that miracles, opportunities, abundance, and love will appear for me, that I don't have to try and control how it's going to transpire. And again, with the scarab beetle in the relationship sector, the message is, if you do what you've always done, you will always get what you've gotten, right? So it's about, I'm now going to move forward in a very independent way. I'm not afraid to cut away from people who do not put me first, who do not support all of who I am and what I do. I am going to cut away from them and move into a direction that truly fulfills me, no matter what they have to say. Why? Because I'm at home in my own skin. I know that my prayers will be answered through communications with others, that wishes will come true as I create something that fulfills me. Therefore, I am able to wait with the Psi energies. I can sit here fully present in the here and now and not fear where things are going to be. I can remain receptive and patient as I focus on my own personal goals and intentions. Now, in the day-to-day aspects position of the circle spread, look at that. Spirit with the skunk spirit energy is saying this is a time to absolutely know your worth. I am worth creating something that I was meant to create. And as I create it, I'm going to be at home in my skin. I'm going to know that those who support what I'm creating are for me, and those who do not are not. That I can move into a path of victory and success while claiming my independence and simultaneously cut away from who and or what are not my peeps, not like-minded souls who don't want the same future as I do. So day to day, I'm going to sit with the quiet energy. I am going to sit in peaceful silence, and I'm going to listen. For I know new exciting offers or opportunities are going to come my way because the page of coins is showing up. A new adventure is a wish come true because I remained open via my intuition. And now I am much more independent and strong than I used to be. I now have the strength with the death card to bring a situation to a completion if it does not serve me. So in the inner strengths position, we have got the whale spirit. So spirit is saying, I am giving the collective the strength to trust in the mystery of the universe. I know that spirit is bringing me something, even though I don't know what it is. I am trusting that they are saying to me now, I will overcome any obstacles and eventually receive something successful that spirit wants to bring me, something that is successful as a result of what I'm passionate about. Yeah, I have the strength with the strength card to break through, to shatter old perceptions, old unhealthy connections, old obstacles, whatever they may be for you, because I am now walking in energies of honesty. I am in touch with my very true feelings about a situation. And for many, that I am a young woman energy. This is an energy above the sweetheart energy to me. A sweetheart energy is someone who gets together and dates and has a good time, but who hasn't evolved. Okay, this is someone who's been there, they're tired of that. And now they're ready for a deeper commitment, marriage, or partnership. A contract even, if this is about business. Now is the time. I think what was holding the collective back was the collective, right? We need to lift other people up and say, hey, come on, you don't need to sit back there in that, because your energy is slowing the collective's ability to finally make our wishes come true. So this is a time of honesty, patience, quiet, sitting in the present moment, and just having faith and trust that as we forgive whoever doesn't serve us, even if it's ourselves, I can now move into a path that is exciting and fulfilling and joyful, knowing that my bright aura will draw others towards me, good and bad, but that I am now very honest and clear with myself, most importantly, about who I will or will not allow in my life. Thank you, Terry, for the donation. Whoop, whoop. And thanks for letting me know that it was on point. Thank you for the thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, Tracy, for the blessings. And Firefly, thank you. Leo's sun sign. What does Spirit want me to know for the next few months? I have a job now. Yes, congratulations. And I know there is something more for me. Now, I do want to bring up what happened yesterday in the Zoom reading, and I am finding out that not only are people finding contentment and joy in their day-to-day job, but they're also finding contentment and joy with a second or third idea, coming home and working on Reiki, whatever it is, using my example, of course. I had some other examples. But anyway, there are successful things people are doing on the side of something else they enjoy. So we need to remember we don't have to just focus on one thing. And that's a big message I'm feeling for you, Firefly, is just like we've been talking about. It's time to still have a beginner's mind, even though you have a day-to-day job like I did. And I continue to learn something new. So I learned tarot, and now I'm being guided to learn Reiki, right? So it's the excitement of constantly researching and learning something that fulfills us. And remember, in the thoughts position for the next couple of weeks, we all have the starfish spirit. We all are being guided to open our mind and our efforts to the infinite possibilities that we have here on Earth. I could be a sculptor. I could be a drawer, whatever you want to call it, a writer. I can be someone who keeps a journal, who starts a small romance novel, someone who does photography out in nature, and so on. So let's take a look at what Spirit wants to say for you, Firefly. Something for me. Now, if you are unsure of what this is, again, this is a time to trust in your intuition. That's how Spirit speaks to us, through signs, synchronicities, something you hear on the radio when you walk by the TV. Okay, so pray to Spirit to just show you these things. Please show me signs as to what my soul purpose is. And maybe, you'll walk across the TV and you'll see someone who is creating knitted blankets or something, and it strikes something within you. Now, when you see these messages, you will know what those messages are if you are looking, right? Because now is a time to have faith. And for those who have faith right now, emotionally, you're going to find that you're shining like the sun. You're feeling like a kid again. And not only that, there's a realization here that now is a very lucky time to manifest whatever it is that we are drawn to do. All right, so Firefly, first of all, you have happy news. This showed up for some people yesterday too in the Zoom reading. So we have happy news. Your prayers are answered in a creative way. Now, I am feeling the happy news energy is definitely having to do with your business, the job that you got, but still, Spirit is saying, I have a beginner mind and listen to your intuition. So listen to your intuition regarding a second idea that you can do from home. And remember, Spirit is giving the collective the strength to trust in divine timing. Okay. So, I prayed for this and I didn't hear an answer the next day. All right. So continue to pray until is the message for you. Look at this in the thoughts position for the next couple of weeks. Keep going, right? Until you see a sign. Now, my journey, like many, to figure out our purpose or an idea can take up to maybe 7, 9, 10 years. I started out with writing, drawing, painting, photography, pottery, poetry, and then went through essential oils, making my own combinations of essential oils, and then boom, landed in tarot. Okay, so it's about enjoying the journey to the discovery of what it is that truly fulfills me. So this card says, use the energy of any disappointments to fuel your creative projects with authentic emotion. And I'm glad that came up. I was talking yesterday about how our difficulties are sometimes our best stories, right? We all have to go through the dark in order to appreciate the light. So say I just saw a show and it was an accident. I stopped. I was feeling bad that I was witnessing a little boy that was being beat up. And instantly I thought, because he received help in a better life, he could go now and help those who are children being beat up, and go and lift those children up, or stop, and do that as a life purpose, because they have been, that's authentic emotion, right? And that's what brings success. All right. So in the relationship sector of the circle spread, it's about daily practice here. The more you practice your new skill, the more comfortable and confident you will become. So trust, just like the collective here. Trust that God in his infinite wisdom and love is answering my prayers right now. That as I work on something from within my home environment, that I will be connecting with people of a like mind. That eventually, even though I wasn't sure of which action steps to take, that magic, I realize, is starting to work through me, through my efforts, through my daily practice. So by the third week from now, and sometimes this can be the third month, it's how much time and effort we put in, right? It's about cause and effect. The energy we put in, so too karmically, will bring positive results. And in your case, Firefly, you've got prosperity showing up. So your actions will have resulted in an incoming abundance. So we have also collectively in the same creative aspects position of the circle spread, the star card. Wishes coming true, realizing that you are very much at home in what it is you are creating because of the prosperous results you are witnessing. Maybe something having to do with health, helping others with their health, eating right. Or this prosperity, this additional income makes you feel good, and then your health starts to improve. Okay, now in your actions position, you have the sensitivity card, which is interesting here. Your sensitive feelings are your muse and inspiration for your creativity. Now we have sensitivity regarding a situation involving family. Someone who is maybe a father figure, grandfather figure, someone who is maybe a bit closed off, and or this is you creating an empire. It's like as you are creating prosperity, doing something via a daily practice where you're practicing your skills. You may in a positive way, right? When we do positive things that fulfill us positively, we give off a positive aura. Therefore, there's sensitivity in family, but then it's served with this card. You will overcome obstacles because people are seeing that light from within you, that you are finding great contentment through a skill you are practicing daily. So in the emotional aspects position, we have recognition. So you and your accomplishments will be receiving appreciation and honors. It's almost going to feel like a healing process with the doctor energy. And again, you're going to be shining like the sun if you follow Spirit's advice and practice these skills daily. You're going to realize that now is actually a very lucky time, that you're shining like the sun because you, I see, are recognizing, people are recognizing you, and then there comes some form of healing in the area of family where there's some sensitivity here of sorts. Yeah, so it's like you become stronger and more happy and just content with what you choose to do. And then you receive a lot of positive recognition. Now in the subconscious position, you do have the speech and speaking card. So you have important messages to deliver and to help others. So it's like you're claiming your independence like the collective, and you're acknowledging the fact that you can find great contentment in your own journey, no matter what someone else does. I don't know if you've thought about speaking in front of others, or just that you get stronger, right? That independent energy grow stronger through the daily practice of what you are doing. And as you find joy, as you start to shine brightly, even just in your own journey with yourself, you're drawing positive recognition and attention, I think, from family and friends here. And they're going to see you as someone who is more wise. So your words are going to uplift other people. That's interesting. In the next, I'm going to say the next couple months. So in the day-to-day aspects position, you do have the editor card. Your writing or other creative project will benefit from outside help and support. And that's right above wishes coming true and then conversations. It's also with the prosperity card. So this is about knowing your worth. It's also about receiving feedback. This is good and bad. This happens with everybody. And this is what I'm learning. The feedback we receive from other humans is actually spirit talking to us through other people. Negative or positive, this is helping for us to kind of structure what we're creating. So, you know, there's going to be positive communication, there's going to be negative communication, but it's all about knowing your own personal worth. Going into this peaceful time that really, it's going to bring you a lot of peace, whatever you choose here and whatever you are practicing daily for an hour or two when you have that moment. Some form of exciting communication is going to come towards you, and you're going to have the strength to bring an end to indecision. There's indecision about having a conversation here. And then the conversation person is looking over here to family. They're saying you're going to have the strength to communicate regarding whatever obstacles were in the way. And you're going to receive positive recognition. And of course, positive and negative feedback as you present your work to others. Okay. And that's normal. That happens to everyone. So in your inner strengths position, look at that. Spirit say, we're giving you the strength to share your art with the world. All right. It's time to allow others to share your creative work. So maybe around the 6 week from now, you start to feel more and more confident. And yeah, they just keep saying your sensitivity, your sensitive feelings to inspire your creativity. That is the part that's going to bring you recognition and the strength to communicate with others. The ability to overstep whatever obstacles have been in the way. So you're very deserving, Spirit saying you, like all of God's children, deserve great happiness, good health, and love. They're also saying it's very important that you create a vision board. Okay. You may not think about the vision board until maybe within the next month when you have greater clarity. But for those of you who don't know, a vision board is a board where you put up images and words that inspire you. So when you receive positive feedback, it's kind of fun to just put, you know, that positive phrase that someone gave you somewhere where you can look at it. And then, of course, pictures of what you want to accomplish down the line, so you know what you're working towards. You also have the perfectionism card. So they're saying, don't get in your own way. Don't become a perfectionist, right? Pay attention to your dreams as you share your art with the world. Whatever it is, there's something here. We have children, authenticity, and then receiving gratitude. So trust that your real self, whom God created divinely perfect, has the strength and knowledge that is needed for the situation. Remain vulnerable. It's like your own inner strength is going to heal others, and you're going to feel strong enough to help others in a way because you're receiving a lot of recognition. So they're saying, just keep on going, share your art with the world and practice daily, for eventually what you have to say is going to help others. Okay, so I just want to close with an overall description of the energy surrounding Firefly. And or any spiritual advice, dear Lord, spirit guides, and angels, for the next month? Oh my goodness. 9 of abundance. So great financial independence here. This is all about you creating not only what fulfills you financially, materially, but also independently. Life is wonderful. So like I'm feeling in the next 4 to 6 weeks, you're going to start to feel that life is wonderful energy, right? That now is a lucky time. Now was the time to start creating something new. Your hard work and dedication to your dreams will provide you with great peace and contentment, right? And your peace and contentment will give you this independent energy where you can help others in sensitive situations. Take time to enjoy quiet moments of reflection and leisure by yourself. Actually, even feel free to buy yourself a small, luxurious gift. For you're going to realize that you have earned great financial security and independence, the independence that you can now enjoy. And with that comes right behind that, the 10 of Cups, kind of that happily ever after energy. I have created peace, joy, and happiness, stability for myself, independence for myself, and am a beautiful example to those around me. That's a really good reading. Okay, so I'm going to just pick up this deck. I can't remember if we went through the inner strengths position, but I may do that one more time. Yes, Reiki is so good and beautiful. Yes. Terry, yes, I learned tarot too. Yeah, tarot's magical. I just, if you trust in the universe will shock you, right? I'm just seeing a therapist now who does yoga, showing me so much about me. Good. Oh, Lord. Yes, thank you. You are very welcome, Firefly. I just saw on the bottom when I shuffled, have confidence in your creations once again. I should close the blinds, but I am just loving the sun. We've actually gone from below zero temperatures for weeks on end to finally we're up in the 20s and 30s above zero, which is great. All right, so let's go ahead and go through the final position of the circle spread here. Oopsies, put that in the wrong spot. All right. And then if we have any final questions someone would like asked, again, it is only during this free, this live video podcast where I answer one question readings for a $10 donation. All right, in the inner strengths position, yes, the whale spirit, I think we did talk about this. This is about trusting in the mystery. Spirit is going to provide. Spirit is going to not only provide a new direction for the collective who are looking and praying for those answers, they're going to help them to overcome current obstacles during this process. And again, this is about being honest with oneself, most importantly, but sometimes we have to be honest with others. For eventually, as we become more independent and fulfilled via our own projects, we are going to be more in touch with our true feelings about a situation. Again, that some here may not be marriage material. Maybe they're just too focused on things of the material and or there are family issues that will be overcome. There will be healing. For those who are waiting for a deeper commitment, marriage, partnership, there is going to be some form of breakthrough here. An inner strength, the ability to really look at a situation honestly, and to also have the ability to trust in the mystery of what we don't know, okay? I want to just look at the whale spirit energy. Oh, that's this deck over here. And read a little bit about this card. Number 65. 6 is about success. 5 is about how do I get there, right? What action steps do I take? Well, we just set and then we research. This card means the seeds of your intentions are being tended to by spirit. And all you have to do in relation to spirit is trust. Hidden realms where all things must gather before manifesting into form, the whale spirit is the keeper, singing the soul of the world from the deepest waters of the coldest seas. One must accept, without intellectually trying to understand, some things cannot be known by the mind, only experienced through the heart. Now is the time for you to immerse yourself in the great mystery of spirit and to trust that within the invisible, what you can't see now are the seeds of your intentions being tended to by the angels. So allow the hidden realms to hold your intentions safely until it is time for them to manifest in the realm of form. Some things will take longer to arrive. Some will arrive more quickly. So we do have joy coming from within, not expecting to come from someone whereby some people are just exhausted with a connection, a passionate connection that went on for far too long. It is now time to move forward in a more courageous way, to free yourself from the burdens of wanting to continue to reunite, when really what you're hoping for is creating more obstacles than solutions, okay? So that's something to wait on for some in the next 2 to 3 weeks. But trust that magic is going to work through you, from within you. And that if you just wait, when it comes to a solid foundation, and be honest with yourself, was I walking in an energy of fantasy or illusion? Was I wanting great financial abundance from this prince and a white horse? Because we have a teenager here hoping for a prince on the white horse to come with money and stability, realizing with the Five of Wands energies that you are creating success, but that someone else is not putting the same amount of effort in. So if you're thinking about a passionate connection, for some, maybe even a situation involving a Gemini with a major arcana, the Lovers, the advice here is to just slow down and observe, postpone and wait. Instead, push beyond those obstacles and know that spirit here with these two cards is guiding the collective beyond the obstacles with the Chariot as a major arcana into the direction of success, where we can celebrate our own happily ever after 10 of Cups energies. That no matter who comes towards us, we're busy manifesting with the major arcana, the Empress. We're going with the flow, thinking about a path of overflowing joy, stepping or sitting in the throne of the Queen of Pentacles, a position of great abundance, beautiful surroundings, contentment, joy, family, and freeing ourselves from stress in relation to another or others. This is about putting ourselves first in a very quiet and patient way, being honest with ourselves, having faith, and forgiving people along the way, trusting that Spirit's got our back. So we can heal ourselves and create a path that starts from within, and then allow or not allow who gets to walk with us, okay? Now is the time for these new beginnings. Now is the time to leave who and or what doesn't serve us, because so there's still many that are trying to cling to what was, right? And that's all we know at this time is what was. But if we can look at the future as an exciting new direction of what can now be, knowing that the first steps come down to us, well, that's when the paradigm shifts. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for your support, Terry. Thank you all you guys for coming. If we have no further questions, I'm just going to pull a closing message from the Guardian Angel deck by Dorian Virtue for all whom have attended today. Okay, so dear Lord, Spirit Guides and Angels, please provide an overall description of the energy surrounding all whom have attended today. What will the energy be like, and or is there some form of spiritual advice you'd like to close with? For the next month, 9 of Action. Okay, don't give up. Keep going. For eventually, there is going to come through some form of acknowledgement, a path of victory, a new beginning, more independent energy. And it's coming as we just sit in the here and now, working on what we enjoy, putting our effort into something we are passionate about. You've worked hard to create the things in your life, such as beloved relationships, amazing accomplishments, and hearth and home. So rest assured that all these treasures and you are now being constantly protected by the angels. Memories fill your heart with many emotions, but it is very important at this time to remember the past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it truly was. For some, people may return in the next week or two, unexpectedly, or children may become an issue. Some may be thinking of a younger child who may have Earth in their chart, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. This is also reconnecting with your own inner child, receiving exciting information regarding money, a client, or a new opportunity that will grow and prosper. For those who are longing for something deeper or more meaningful in your life, if you know in your heart that there's more out there, it is time to switch careers, move to a new home or city, or initiate important changes in your life. Do what's right for you and seek out your magical new life now. Thank you again for stopping by, for all your likes, shares, and subscribes. Thank you so very, very much for the continued donations that help me to continue this channel. Take care and see you next week.